Welcome to Taskmaster. I am Tom Gleeson, and once a week I disrobe my cloak, descend from my lair and loudly squawk, "Caw-caw, caw-caw," upon which a team of minions assemble around me and we make a rip snorter of a TV show. And when does that weekly time arrive? That time is now. Caw-caw! Competing for my affection are 5 comedians I've been nourishing with grains and nuts, chewed in my own mouth and spat into theirs. They are Anne Edmonds, Jenny Tian, Josh Thomas, Lloyd Langford and Will Anderson. And next to me, the man who went to Questacon for schoolies, it's Tom Cashman. What's our prize task, please?
Our prize task tonight, an object they should adapt into a movie.
All right. Why not give the multi-billion-dollar streaming industry a few freebies? Josh, what have you brought in?
I brought in this little duck. A boy that came to my show gave it to the sound technician to give to me. I don't really know why he thought I wanted the little duck, but I thought it was really sweet that he gave me the little duck, and I just thought he'd be really excited right now to see his little duck on the telly. It's not an exact reaction to the prompt, but it's filmic.
OK. You're essentially wanting to make a film about a tiny duck just because you forgot to say thanks.
This is for one person, this bit. It's for one person. I've made one person's day and I feel OK about it.
I agree with Josh. I think that duck could carry a film.
Yeah, it's a shame it didn't carry this segment more.
Lloyd, what did you bring in?
I have brought in a bedside table. That's not it. A bedside table built by Jesus Christ. I have it on good authority that before he got mixed up in all that other stuff, he made this table. And so I thought you could follow. You'd start off with Jesus, you know, young Jesus, teen Jesus.
Teen Jesus?
Teen Jesus, yeah, making the table. And then you'd follow the table from 2,000 years ago through all the different owners and their lives as well.
It's just a bit tough because Jesus made the table and that feels like a real big peak. And then what? Isn't it? Like, that's the opening scene. It's like, that's like if Titanic sank in the first scene. And then it's just shots of the ocean.
Anne.
Yeah, so my film is kind of like a Western, and the main character is this. That's a Nokia. Like, it used to be top dog in town, and it's, like, gone away, and now it's back to avenge, like, take the iPhone out and reinstate itself as, like, the top dog in town.
Yeah. It's a film called Nokia.
Yeah, it's just Nokia, he's back.
Will, what did you bring in?
For a big movie, you've got to leverage off some pre-existing IP. That's what you've got to do in these modern-day times to get a movie made.
Yep.
So I kept it pretty simple. Barbie. Now,
OK.
I know you hate a pun, and this has not been good for me, and none of these prize tasks have gone well, so I thought I had to go an extra step, so I literally paid to get a movie poster commissioned to show you what the movie would look like.
So this movie re-establishes the patriarchy.
So
I'm into it. I love it. We're back. What a great film. Jenny.
I was thinking about, like, all the things that get adapted these days. Comic books are very popular, and a lot of them are featuring a lot of different types of representation at the moment, but there's still one type of representation that I've never seen on screen. So what I brought in is my own comic book that I've made myself using Microsoft Paint. It is Eczema Girl.
Is this based on you?
Yes. There was once a girl with eczema and she wished every day for her eczema to disappear until she realised it gave her the power of scratching dry surfaces. One day her town is invaded by a big, moist villain, Gom Tleeson, and she's scared by his wetness. He's so undefeatable. And just when all hope is lost, she remembers he has a dry sense of humour. And she defeats him with one big scratch and everyone cheers.
That looks like the storyboards for one of Will's shit sketches.
Oh, mate, I would dream of that.
Oh, well, I better hand out some scores.
Yep.
Oh, there's a lot there to play with. I'm not sure I could watch 2,000 years of just a book being put down on a bedside table, so 1 point to Lloyd. I'm going to say 2 points for the tiny duck. You can't make a whole film about it just because Josh didn't say thank you.
So happy with that.
And then I'll give 3 points to Jenny.
OK.
I did like the concept. Anne, 4 points. Of course, you know, if there's a film about Tetris, you can have a film about Nokia. But 5 points for Will, because
Will!
we've re-established the patriarchy!
I'll take it.
All the good work done in the Barbie film has been undone. All right, I'm itching for a task. Not as much as Jenny is, but let's do it all the same.
OK, it's time to see it be up and down with some up or down. Hey, Jenny.
Terrapin.
Hi, Lloyd.
How are you?
I'm OK.
That's good.
Well, this is fun.
You think?
I don't know.
Oh, there's the task.
Yep.
Make this balloon hover between the flags the longest.
Already I don't understand it, so that's a good start.
In 8 minutes, the crane will release the balloon.
After the balloon is released, you may not touch it.
Before the balloon is released, you may not remove it from the crane.
Your attempt is over once the balloon floats above the flags.
Or sinks below the lower flags.
Longest balloon hover between the flags wins.
Your time starts now.
Make this balloon hover between the flags. What does that mean? Oh, there's...
OK, so we have to make the balloon float without going up or down, pretty much. Well, this one seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Should we get into it?
Our first two hovercrafters are Josh and Lloyd.
So it just needs to hover. So we want to keep it down. The only way to really do that is to weigh it down, but if you weigh it down too much, it'll just fall. Okay, let's see what happens to the balloon now. See, it's still just floating straight up. We don't want that. We want it to dip.
This is fun.
Oh, this is fun. I like this, actually. It's still floating?
I think 2 1/4 marshmallows adhered to the skin of the balloon will keep it in between the flags.
OK. You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy to release.
Anything you'd like to do in the next 4 minutes?
Yeah, eat some goddamn marshmallows. You better believe I'm gonna start cranking my hog if that stays in between the flags. That's what this is for, right?
How much now?
12 seconds.
Oh, that's quite soon.
Yeah. Any last words?
Come on.
Well, it's attached to the claw, but the balloon isn't, so I feel like I'm winning in a really big way. Oh. No, that's not good at all. Oh. That wasn't good at all.
That could have went better.
Josh, do you feel better having seen Lloyd's effort?
I watched that and I thought I need to learn to believe in myself because sometimes things aren't as terrible as Lloyd.
Welcome to my life.
So, Lloyd, you went with 2.5 marshmallows. If you had your time back, how many would you put on?
Well, I went with 2 1/4,
Oh.
but 2.5 sounds good. There are lots of tasks on this series where I think I'm so glad that's over, and I never ever would like to think about it ever again. I'd be well up for doing that for a full day.
Josh's balloon remained within the flags for 17.06 seconds.
That's ages!
That's great.
Ages!
Lloyd's balloon stayed between the flags for 1.24 seconds. Next up, it's him and her trying to Hindenburg. Here's Anne and Will.
I mean, obviously the temptation is to suck the helium out of it and just talk like a chipmunk.
Obviously.
But I won't do that.
If it was being held between two things, would you consider that hovering, or would it be being held between two things?
Do you think that would be hovering?
I don't know.
What's the definition of a hover?
Up to the Taskmaster, I guess.
That guy. Do you know what I mean?
How many minutes do I have left, Tom?
2 minutes left.
I'm just going to load this up, I think, with a bit more... No, maybe not. Maybe that will balance out the
40
rise.
seconds.
I'm going to tape this. Oh, that's it, Tom. Boo.
Well, it's hovering.
I win. It's hovering.
You feel good about this?
Feel really good.
You've locked into quite an effective strategy here. This is some of the best hovering I've seen.
I feel... Can I touch it?
No.
Right.
Before the balloon is released, you may not remove it from the crane. Now, did I remove it from the crane?
Yeah.
Let's do what we're all here to do.
What a great task. Absolutely loved it. And I think it's one of the best ones in the show so far. What would you agree with that, Tom?
I'm really being mocked by the fact that how well this is hovering in front of me. This is some of the greatest hovering of all time. And I'm going to get nothing for this. I should be winning. Look at this.
It's perfect. Thanks, Phil.
Do you think I won that one? You don't think I won that one?
You disqualified yourself.
Well, thanks so much for having me. Oh, wonderful marshmallows. Flavor sensation.
Is this still the helium?
I don't think so.
OK, so after Tom releases the balloon, you may not touch the balloon.
Yeah.
So why'd you touch the balloon?
I just keep, like, undercutting myself, don't I? Like, I actually do a good job and then go, oh, let me see if I can wreck it.
Can I say a theory?
Yes?
I think you wanted to talk like a chipmunk.
I did. I can't, like, perhaps consider for a moment that I am a comedian and there's a helium balloon. Like, I know we're on a show and it's a competition, but at the end of the day, I'm very, like, honest to my craft and I have to do the comedy that's in front of me.
So before the balloon is released, you may not remove it from the crane. So what actually happened? I didn't really see.
It came out when I was
Fiddling
with it.
And then you got to see just how beautifully it hovered after you failed.
It was honestly the best thing I did on the entire show. Like, I mean, normally if you're disqualified from something, you just leave in shame. But I couldn't look away from how well I'd done. It was like perfectly weighted. It was in the middle. It's probably still there.
OK, one floater left.
Will she sink or swim? Or stay in the lab and do the task well or poorly? It's Jenny Tian.
So this might be a really dumb question, but can't I just, like, tie the string to, like, a chair or something and that would still count as hovering?
All the information you need is in the task.
Now, I just gotta not mess this up. I'm feeling quite good about this.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm really quite smart.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe this task is too simple. Well, that's looking pretty good to me. All right. And you want some marshmallow? Do you like the pink ones better or the white ones better?
They're the same to me.
But, like, it's got a flavour.
Marshmallow?
Marshmallow's not a flavour, it's an object. You don't think these taste the same?
I don't.
I mean, sorry. Wait. You think these taste the
How
same?
are you failing as you're succeeding? This is your best task yet. Soak it in.
So, Jenny, you showed a genuine moment of out-of-the-box thinking, followed by marshmallow's not a flavour, it's an object.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, I just thought this task was so easy. I was like, this isn't going to air because it's so easy. Everyone's obviously figured this out because it's so easy. I was like, there's got to be more to it. So then, yeah, I just started offering Tom marshmallows and doing other things because, frankly, I got bored waiting for it as well.
It also does explain why Jenny came into my dressing room the other night and said, do you think there's a difference between pink marshmallows and white marshmallows?
Well, what are the scores?
Well, we left Jenny's balloon there overnight. It was hovering for 18 hours and 21 minutes.
So what are the points for the task?
Well, Will and Anne were DQ'd, so they get 0. Lloyd gets 3, Josh 4, and Jenny takes the task with 5 points.
All right, and what about the episode scores so far?
Well, with all the buoyancy of a beautiful red balloon, Jenny has floated to the top with 8 points.
OK. Give me another of your little goodies there, boy.
It's our final team task of the season.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh,
What do you think about this choice?
you look different.
Let's have Tom have a look.
Whoa, he looks dumb.
Oh my God, it's a working camera. And it's already recording.
Oh, OK. This is fun. Create an authentic and heartwarming family home video.
Create an authentic and dysfunctional family home video.
You must film the video on this camera.
Most authentic family wins.
You have 30 minutes. Your time starts now.
We need to be like a family unit, the three of us.
Yeah. Dysfunctional family is the key word here.
Someone flies back from overseas for a family reunion.
They were fighting in the military.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And
Bold.
I think Mummy's got a secret.
Okay, Mummy's got a secret.
And you've set up some genuine intrigue with Mummy's got a secret.
Did you, when they read the task and they read theirs first and it said heartwarming family, did you think me and you had both it again?
Yes, I thought you
heard
had
them
reading problems.
I thought they read it and I thought, oh no, me
No,
and Anne
they're
did
different?
dysfunctional.
Yeah, just to be clear, we want a heartwarming family story, and that's what we're going to get from the discount Wiggles. And we're also going to get a dysfunctional family story from the premium economy Hooly Doolies. But what I'm judging you by is how authentic they are. Who's up first?
Let's begin with our heartwarming family. Here's Mother Jenny, Father Will, and their beloved child, Lloyd.
Another Christmas
Bloody
without us.
Christmas Day, love.
Oh my God.
Bloody Merry bloody Christmas.
It's been years and years since we've seen our son Lloyd. I miss him so much, darling. I don't know what my life is without him.
Admit it, Dale. He's probably dead. He's probably bloody dead.
Oh, but I didn't even get to hug him all once in our entire lives. I never got to hug
You don't bloody hug boys, love. I've always told you this. You feed them bloody meatballs and turnips and they grow up to be proper bloody men.
You know, I don't know where you are in the world, my son. I miss you so dearly, and I wish you were home, and I wish I could give you a hug. Oh, darling, do you want to record a message for Lloyd as well?
I don't bloody want to record a bloody message for Lloyd.
You have to.
Mum,
I just
Dad, Private Lloyd reporting for family reunion Christmas.
Oh, can it be? A son! Is it you? Oh, God! Oh my God! Oh, son! I'm making bloody Christmas meatballs and turnips. It's your bloody favourite, son.
It's my favourite. You've made it, and I feel so emotional. I've been overseas on top secret duties for so long.
What have you been doing?
Well, I can't tell you everything.
Tell us.
Some of it is classified.
Tell us what you've been
Your
doing.
parents, you can tell us anything.
Tell us.
But you know, Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, of course.
That was all me.
You went to.
I was part of the SEAL team.
Oh my God!
Our
Yeah.
boy,
Yeah.
my boy.
I could not be more proud of my son.
Keep it under your hat, so, because it's like it's classified.
Oh my goodness!
Son, I am so Come here.
We couldn't have hoped for a better person to kill Osama bin Laden.
That's the first time Dad has touched me not in violence.
Lloyd, why did you want to make the story heartwarming by evoking the memory of 9/11 by mentioning Osama bin Laden? Was it necessary to drag that into a comedy show?
The narrative was the father and the son, they'd never hugged. That was the story. So we were going to have this authentic Christmas reunion. They were going to hug for the first time. And Lloyd just thought the thing that might spur that hug would be finding out that your son had murdered Osama bin Laden.
The hug that your character, Will, gave Lloyd, is that the hug that you would like to receive from your own father?
Yeah, yes, and that's why it was so authentic, Tom.
What do you think he might be thinking? He's probably watching now.
He's not.
So, Jenny, did you find it hard because you make a lot of videos on TikTok? Was it difficult making something that long and in landscape mode?
I was like seeing it, and then I saw the red button and then the graininess, and I was like, oh my God, it looks exactly like one of those TikTok filters.
Next up, it's the dysfunctional family. It's Mother Ann and her only son, Josh.
The thing is just give me 2 more days and we can run away together. I know you're my boss and also my son's best friend's father, but I love you. I can't stay with Bruce, I can't. That time him and Josh auditioned for Australian Idol was the worst day of my life, the humiliation. I've never recovered.
What? Mum? Oh, here she goes. Look at her.
Josh!
Look at her.
Josh, sweetie!
Tell them what you said.
No. Australian Idol, you were wonderful. You were the best one there. I don't know why they didn't put you through, Josh.
It's gonna go viral.
Please.
Yeah.
Give me the camera, sweetheart.
No.
Give Mummy the camera.
No.
Give Mummy the camera. Give Mummy the camera. Give Mummy the camera. Give Mummy the camera. I'd go to 1 million Australian Idol auditions if I could just have my boy back.
It's just a lot to take in. I like the Blair Witch vibes. I think they're very good. So what was Mummy's little secret? Was it that you actually think your son was not a good singer, the murder, or the affair?
The affair was the main secret,
Yeah.
but yes, that also, I think he's not a good singer, and then obviously, yes, I've killed him.
Wait, you think that the affair's a worse secret than murdering me? Australia's sweetheart?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think about my tactic of mostly just putting Anne Edmonds in it?
Oh, less Josh is always more enjoyable for me. I thought the performance, Anne, was very authentic.
Thank you, I have wanted to kill people before.
Feels like you didn't need to go too deep to find that emotion.
No, yeah, I've definitely got a violent streak, and and I like to get it out. It was fun. I really enjoyed doing that. Yeah.
So I have to give out some scores.
You do.
It's pretty easy. I mean, I just love the chaotic energy of the premium economy hooly-doolies. I believed in Anne's performance.
Are you saying you
5-5.
don't think I could kill Osama bin Laden?
No, well, I think the hug at the end was very authentic, but that was mostly due to the empty hole in the middle of Will Anderson's body that you're trying to fill.
Well, you could fill it with some points.
I must say, they were very close. I think they were both great films. So it's going to be 5-5, 4-4-4.
Lovely.
Very close. OK, let's have another task.
OK, for this next one, we're off to the pub. Or as I once heard the Taskmaster refer to it, under his breath, home.
Hi, Josh.
Ooh, what we got here then?
Hi, Anne.
Hello.
Is that an accent?
Yep. Cockney British, I think. What have we got here then? A few chips and a bit of a beer? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Win the pub quiz.
Tom will ask 10 questions.
You must write down each answer on your whiteboard.
Within 30 seconds of Tom asking.
No phones.
Your time starts when Tom asks his first question.
I mean, it's a bit warmer than I'd like, but that's OK. Bit colder than I like, so you know what?
So
we
between
found
them.
a happy medium between. Ask away, my friend.
All right, well, win a pub quiz sounds pretty easy. Yeah. I guess it's... Oh, actually, was Lloyd missing?
Yeah, we didn't
I didn't see Lloyd.
Didn't see Lloyd in that one. Yeah, maybe it would help to see the task that Lloyd was given.
Write the pub quiz for the other comedians. Your quiz must have 10 questions. Your quiz questions may not include any contestant's name. Tom will give your quiz to the other 4 contestants. Will Anderson must win the quiz. Jenny Tian must come second. Josh Thomas must come third. Anne Edmonds must lose the quiz. I mean, that would be straightforward. If they end up in that order, you will get 5 points and they will get 0. If they come in any other order, they will get 3 points and you will get 0. You have 10 minutes. Your time starts now.
So they all have to win the quiz in that order.
Yep.
And then Lloyd will get 5. But if it's in any other order, the others get 3.
And Lloyd gets nothing. So it's all or nothing with this particular order for Lloyd.
I feel like this task is impossible for me to win. And not knowing Jenny very well at all, and not knowing Josh well at all, and, like, not knowing Anne that well.
OK, well, I think we just need to see this one.
Answering quiz questions as written by Lloyd Langford, here are Will, Jenny, Josh and Anne.
Ready for your first question?
Yeah.
Yes, Tom.
Which instrument did Miles Davis play?
I'm going to go with piano.
OK.
Trumpet.
Anne wouldn't know that.
I don't reckon.
Sax.
Will Anderson must win the quiz. What does he know about? I know where he lives.
Question 2. What day of the week is the Mullumbimby market on?
What is that?
There's some Saturday markets as well, but mostly it's on a Friday.
Oh, he knows Tom Gleeson though, right? What is Tom Gleeson's wife's name?
I've met her. This is going to be so rude.
Ellie?
I hope that's right. I really like her.
I can see her face. You can see her. She's a really nice person. What an awful question.
What is Tom Gleeson's waist size?
Because Will knows about clothes.
They're mates, right? You try on each other's trousers, messing around.
So I'm going to say he's a 34-inch waist.
OK. Trim.
Right, who was the most streamed artist on Spotify in 2023? I can't simultaneously come up with a question that Will is going to know.
Taylor Swift.
Anne isn't.
Shake it up.
Jenny sort of does.
Taylor Swift.
And Josh might.
Taylor Swift.
In what decade was the Sydney Opera House built?
1920s.
Who directed The Godfather?
Francis Ford Coppola. I know something, see?
What are the ingredients for a Moscow Mule?
Vodka, ginger beer and lime.
What did Steve Jobs die of? Anne won't have a clue.
Pancreatic cancer.
Disease.
I got one question left, right? We'll make it an interesting one. On 9/11, which of the planned targets wasn't hit? Pentagon?
They hit the Pentagon.
Google it. There was definitely one that wasn't hit.
They got it.
Oh, they did, yeah. Fair play.
Your time's run out.
It's too wishy-washy a question, isn't it?
You can't change it now. Final question. On 9/11, which of the planned...
Are you sure?
On 9/11...
No, babe, I want to stop you right there. We don't need to do this.
On 9/11, which of the planned targets wasn't hit?
Did you come up with this?
If I was planning to take down America, it would have been the White House.
That's what you would do.
So I'm going to say President Bush. Stop judging me. I can see you judging me.
It's a man.
What could really shake America up?
you know, at that time. And
They got him with a play.
but they didn't.
No, they didn't. They didn't get him.
Thank you, Tom.
That's such a hard thing to do.
Lloyd, why do you keep dragging 9/11 into this comedy show? You keep dragging that misery right into the centre of this light-hearted show.
Tell me the theories you're always saying at home.
I wish I could say that those last two tasks were filmed close together and it was just in my mind, but that isn't true.
But what I love is, like, finally the revelation of what the theme of the questions was, because on the day I was like, who came up with these questions?
What moron?
So, did Lloyd achieve his goal?
No, I know I didn't.
So just a reminder of the rankings we're looking for.
So we were looking for Will to win, Jenny to come second, Josh to come third, and Anne to come
Lloyd,
fourth.
back yourself, like ISIS.
OK, so what order did they actually get?
Jenny got 2 questions correct, Will and Anne both got 4 questions correct, and Josh was the winner of the quiz with 5 points.
Well done, Josh. So what are the scores?
So Lloyd was unsuccessful, so that means 3 points for Anne, Jenny, Josh, and Will. Call us academics because we're about to engage in a peer review. Hi, Jenny.
Hey, Tom.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Lloyd.
Hello.
What are you doing in the lurking around the corridors?
I think there's something in your locker.
Oh, no.
I didn't even know I had a locker here.
Oh, God!
Was that supposed to be scary?
Ew! That's a bit wrong, isn't it?
Make a surprising appearance.
Most surprising appearance wins.
You have until the studio record of episode 9.
Your time starts now.
Where?
Up to you.
What?
You mean I've got, like, days? OK.
Weeks?
Something to think about.
Yeah. Thanks, Lloyd.
Thank you.
Jenny, I think it's a special skill to be confused by such a simple task.
But is it that simple?
Yep.
I don't think it was. Wait, surely other people were confused?
No, we
No,
just...
OK, that's...
We literally just watched footage of all of them not being confused.
Even me.
It was just a bit of humble homework, wasn't it? A bit of a homework task.
That's right, it's up to them where or when they appear and how they capture that appearance.
OK, who's first?
He may be a catch, but can he catch us off guard? It's Josh Thomas.
I could do it to Anne when she does this challenge. I could be in there.
Could you fit in there?
It doesn't feel good.
Hi, Anne.
Hi, Tom. What are you doing in the lurking around the corridor?
Something in your locker right here.
Ooh, what is it? Ew, that's a bit wrong, isn't it?
Is that surprising?
It was a bit, but did you expect me to have more of a reaction than that?
Maybe.
Do you want me to do it again?
No, it's okay.
No.
No, don't do it again.
That was good. Really terrified me.
That was very good.
That was great.
And, my finger was bleeding. I showed you after. I was in the locker looking, I was holding the door, and I was watching blood come out of my finger, and then she said, should I do it again? And I thought, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah, I think it was a very effective surprise.
I was very surprised that you could fit in there.
Yeah.
They're very small lockers.
I mean, it got a great result, though, so
Yeah,
you
it
must be
was
happy
good.
with that.
I'm happy, yeah.
Okay.
It's a good, nice, solid start.
Very good. Another, please.
Hopefully she doesn't knock her own socks off because not wearing socks can exacerbate eczema. It's Jenny Tian.
Okay, so I am currently dressed as Lloyd Langford. So I'm currently in Anne Edmonds' field outfit, and I'm Welsh, and I'm gonna give him a surprise appearance. I am currently in Josh Thomas's outfit, and I'm gonna surprise him. I am now in Will Anderson's outfit, and I'm gonna surprise him. He's eaten like half the marshmallows in this.
Oh.
Oh! Oh, hello, how are you? Why are you dressed like me?
You look good at that.
That's very naughty.
Are you in my outfit? Jenny, where did you get it from? You're a psycho. Get out of here.
Oh, this is for the TikTok.
No, it's for episode 9. Surprise appearance.
Oh, it's for the show.
Did it feel good to finally film something properly?
Yeah.
Feel like you're back to normal now?
Yeah, 100%, yes.
OK, well, I think that was pretty effective. Got some great frights there. Who's next?
Will she take us aback or bring herself to the front? It's Anne Edmonds.
The human behaviour expert says it's one of the biggest signs you're micro-cheating on your partner. She says hiding interactions with a colleague is also a red flag because it can erode trust in your personal relationship.
Look at this behaviour expert, obviously never been asked for an after-work drink. That's what's happened here.
So the extra froth on my latte, that means nothing?
Oh, wow. No, that's from the barista. I think that's got... You might be having a micro-relationship with the barista.
I must admit, for a while there, I was thinking, why are you making me watch The Project?
It's a wonderful show on this very network.
Wait, did that go to air?
Yeah.
Did people see it when it went live to
I
air?
don't think so. We missed it.
Nobody messaged you or anything?
No, just that's... Might give you an idea of ratings.
OK, one more.
Will this stunner have a shocker, or will he stun and shock us? It's Lloyd Langford.
So that was at the Adelaide Fringe, and I'd just come off stage. You gave me a bit of a fright.
I'd been crouched down in that box that I found out was full of mouse shit. With an air horn and a wig on. And then Tommy Little was backstage and was like, take your shirt off. And I was like...
Which, by the way, is what Tommy Little says to everyone backstage.
It's a bit tricky for me. Now it's hard to judge, because for me that was a visceral reaction. I thought I was about to die. I thought someone was going to jump up and, like, stab me and just, as I was dying, just whisper into my ear, "You're not Greg Davies."
Well, you're not.
Oh, I've been killed by a nerd. What's Reddit going to think?
We have one last comedian left, and when we asked him before the show where his surprising appearance footage was, he said he'd already sent it, and we just needed to take a closer look. So let's take a closer look. Here is Will Anderson.
I could be in there.
Could you fit in there?
Oh.
So how did you get yourself into all those positions?
Well, Jenny's surprise to me only happened today. So luckily I was already in that one.
So your justification was you were in that one?
Yeah, that was fine. Okay. So, but the rest of them, it was a lot of planning. One of them I had to travel back in time for.
Well, I have to score these, don't I?
You do. Most surprising wins.
OK. Well, I found Josh's the least surprising.
OK.
Just because he jumped out of a locker he was standing at when you handed out the task.
Yep.
2 points to Lloyd because I didn't find watching it surprising because I knew what was going to happen. I was like, here we go. Anne's going to get 3 points. It was very surprising, but the fact that I keep watching the project was even more surprising. 4 points to Jenny, mostly because it's going to be a great TikTok video that's going to go viral and put this show on the map. But 5 points to Will Anderson because I was genuinely surprised at the effort he went to. OK, now how are those episode scores going?
Continuing to appear at the top, it's Jenny in the lead on 19 points.
All right, get up on that stage for our final task of the show. All right, we've got some thongs and some barbecues. This looks like some good old ochre fun. Who's reading the task?
Lloyd, if I could ask you to read this.
Toss the most thongs with the tongs onto your barbecue. If at any point a golden thong is tossed with tongs onto another barbecue, all the thongs on that barbecue will be cleared. If you touch a thong with your hand at any point, you are disqualified. All tossing must be done from your spot, and you may not move your spot or your barbecue, especially you, Anne. Most thongs remaining on a barbecue after 150 seconds wins.
Your time starts now.
Can I get these from here? Can I get these?
Yes. Josh has been disqualified.
Why?
You're touching them with your hands.
I thought we weren't allowed to touch them when we threw them.
$30 seconds remaining. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So how many thongs were thrown?
So I can confirm Josh had 16 thongs, but he touched way more, so that's irrelevant. Will had 5 thongs on his barbecue. Anne, Lloyd and Jenny all had 9 thongs on their barbecue.
Wow.
Which means they each get 5 points. Will gets 2 and 0 for Josh.
But what does that mean if we don't know our episode winner? Tell us.
Turning Will into ill by picking up the W this episode, it's Jenny Tian on 24 points.
All right. Congratulations, Jenny. Go back up on stage and get ready to appear excited to get your crap. But what does that do to our scores overall for the whole season?
Well, Josh, Jenny and Will are trailing, but out in front, there's going to be an interesting ride home. Lloyd is on 142 points. Anne is out in front with 144.
That's it for our second to last episode of our season, where, as always, we have learnt some things. We learnt Mummy's secret, and it was a doozy. Lloyd has zero remorse when it comes to getting a laugh out of a historical tragedy. But most of all, we learnt that Jenny was the winner of our episode. Join us again next week for our final episode. Good night. to the grand finale of Taskmaster Australia Season 2. By the end of this show, we will have a series champion.
You don't even have a dad!
I'm not going to hurt you.
I'm working so hard.
Is he Swedish?
I feel despondent.
I've got to go big.
There we go.
What on earth was that?
For more Taskmaster, subscribe now.